Okay, thank you for participating in that. I thought it certainly brings a bit of life rather than us just presenting to you. My name is Janette Hughes. I'm Director of Planning and Performance for DHI, and I'm one of the consortium partners in the Chance project. What I'm going to talk about, and it is going to be for 5 minutes, is just to talk a wee bit about what we're doing in Chance and the importance of actually bringing people together and sustaining actually projects like this. So I think some of the questions about we can have lots of pilots, but what happens next is important. From a DHI perspective, I'm trying to make sure you see me, but I'm kind of too small for this mic. But from a DHI perspective, we're interested in actually moving treatment out of a hospital environment. And that's why hospital at home is so important to us. So it's how do you actually move it into the community? And we see not just the opportunity to do hospital at home, but also to bleed that into what next. When that person gets discharged, what technology comes into play, and how do you actually move it a little broader. From that, we're actually developing within the next 3 years, and probably in the next 18 months, this will come to fruition because our deliverable is at the end of the Chance project. And it's around how do you sustain the best practice? How do you bring the right people together? And I don't mean just the Chance people that have been involved in this project. I mean the people that are interested in hospital at home. So as you've heard today, some experts from around the world, how do you actually build an innovation hub that can share that knowledge, share the experience, and actually link together so that they can do more tests in the real world around this and actually move the whole market forward, because it is an important area. So we're investigating this over the next couple of years, and what we'd like to do is just talk a wee bit more about what we're going to do, but importantly get your views on what you would like to see. If virtually we couldn't all get together in the room and we developed an innovation hub, what would be useful for you as a clinician, you as a nurse, you as a technology person, you as an academic? And how do we actually pull that together? And there's different ways of doing that, but in essence what we're trying to do is actually pull all of this together. The two ways to do it is, one is a standalone website, which is pretty old-fashioned, as we know, but we actually see possibly the biggest potential in actually using innovation hubs around Europe to actually build that. And the ones down the right-hand side are the most interactive, and that's where we probably get the most value. We're not going to talk about them in detail today, but Charles is going to give you a glimpse of what we imagine the future to look like. But the future for innovation hubs is already really here. We have the platforms in place. It's how do we actually drive value through the platforms and the membership of the right people, so that this isn't just a pilot project that is on a shelf with all the academic papers and evidence, that this actually goes further to scale innovation in this field. And there's two aspects to that. The first one is how can we support that ecosystem to connect? And the second one is how can we encourage more people to test and scale through using living labs? And these are just two examples of already established innovation hubs that we would hope we would connect into in the future and actually draw all of this together for the hospital at home marketplace and audiences. So I'm not going to dwell too much on this because Charles is waiting in the wings to do a wee bit of the art of the possible for hospital at home. But we believe in open systems, and that's why it's important to open this marketplace out. So I'll pass on to Charles.